Hey gamers, welcome back to The Game Perfection, a passion project by Karmasur Studios. I'm your host, Mr. Ghost. And yo, go ahead and delete some of the pirated Johnny Depp movies ASAP, because I'm back with a fresh stash of new games straight out of the oven. Presenting best new PC, PlayStation, and Xbox games that you should check, Episode 3. Now, without wasting any time, let's dive right into it. Jurassic World Evolution 2, released on November 9th, 2021 on PC, Xbox, and PS.
We played with genetics like it was a toy.
This is a construction and management simulation in one of the realest game world. More real than the current Earth where images of a monkey are sold for millions of dollars. This frontier development project takes you on a dinosaur-embracing journey. The show's headliners are, of course, more than 70 different dinosaurs, aquatic reptiles, and flying pterosaurs. They're also great recreations of the models used in the movies with lifelike movements and spot-on sound for everything from the legendary T-Rex to more obscure but equally cool species like the baryonyx. The Planet Zoo can be built on a variety of terrain. You must feed them with the assistance of all the rangers. With its management simulation, this one does not actively put you to the test, but it does give you plenty of time to spend with those exquisite velociraptors and the love of my life, the majestic T-Rex. Wish I was one.
This is a very different world.
GTFO, released on December 9th, 2021 on PC.
Might give you one more chance. There's only one rule.
Let us just get in and get out.
Bring it what it wants.
This is a co-op FPS game molded into a survival horror. 10 Chamber Studios smashes the ball out of the park with those filthy monsters and crazy lethal missions. Your mission objectives change at each level, and GTFO demands an intense, unwavering level of performance at every step. There is no straightforward win by emptying clips blindly into the crowd. Instead, you'll need to patiently use powerful gameplay tactics in this difficult dungeon. Your squad will need to slither through the muck in complete silence so as not to mess up the Goliath sleepwalking stroll around the dead land. There are witchy crazy enemies who can wipe out your party in nanoseconds. No need to mention you must dodge them as well. My squad once spent 15 minutes dividing resources and blocking off choke points before a major battle, only to perish in 0 time. We went poof, gone as the monster punished us for bothering him.
I found it! Grab the item! Close the door! Close the door!
Gunfire Reborn, released on November 18, 2021 on PC, Xbox, Switch, and PS. This roguelite RPG adventure from Douyi Games is another underrated gem. Douyi Games? What? Don't mock me for that pronunciation. It's a tongue twister, man. This game allows you to control many heroes, each with their own set of skills. You must master those heroes in various AI-generated levels. Pick up randomly dropped weapons and blast off. The weaponry paired with the hero's abilities allow you to create a unique gaming style of your own. To have the greatest fun, you can play alone or with your squad or even with randoms. Throughout the game, you will meet new heroes and encounter new weapons, checkpoints, and combat patterns. You know the game is a great time killer when you enjoy it with randoms. It's crisp, it's fast-paced, and ultimately, it's fun. Grid Legends, released on February 24th, 2022 on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. A thrilling motorsports racing action title developed by Codemasters and published by Pay to Unlock Games. Oh, sorry, I meant EA Sports. Grid Legends story mode differs a lot from the F1 2021 of the last year. This one can be considered a sports documentary rather than a traditional race truck drama. You'll find some interesting one-on-one interviews with the characters, as well as other fly-on-the-wall moments as the camera team creeps into garages and hovers above the paddock to convey the real thrill of this grand grid championship. The abundance of race types, especially the multiplayer mode, kept me glued to this game. To be honest, the flock of supercars ain't got the new whip and the customization options felt a bit shallow. Still, there are appreciable improvements over the 2019's grid title. A larger collection of circuits is a good example of that. Overall, the documentary-styled stories and the live-action elements surely breathed a new life to a game with such a rich history. Snake Force, released on November 19, 2021 on PC. This indie shooter from Team Soda is so underrated that it has flown under everyone's radar. But that's why your boy Mr. Ghost is here. I bring you the best of the best from depths of the unseen and unexplored internet treasure. In this game, you will save your buds and fight alongside them. You and your buddies will form a line and shoot at the same time. Keep your team in the best shape to avoid damage because bullets are rude. They don't even say hello, just kiss you. The game has 5 levels and a secret mode. The game time is far less at the point, but the developers have promised to add stuff in the future. If the game is too difficult for you, try using the shift key, or just shift to the next game on our list. Nobody Saves the World, released on January 18th, 2022 on PC, Xbox, Switch, and PS. This colorful garbage of role-playing action-adventure by Drinkbox Studios quickly became my treasure the moment I found it. Its simple plot begins with an exotic land full of fungus and monsters roaming all over. You get a magic wand that allows you to morph into a total of 15 bizarre forms. I was literally having some Ben 10 flashbacks, but hey, the characters are really unique. A poor rat, a muscle-bound bodybuilder, and even an undead necromancer, each of them with unique characteristics and skills. The fantastic playstyle, customization options, and the witty humor style kept me coming back for more. It also has a fun 2-player online co-op mode. Both the host and the clone would have same powers. Enough introduction, go figure some things on your own. Monster Hunter Rise, released on January 12th, 2022 on PC and Switch.
Nobody knows why this happens, but it came close to wiping out our village last time.
This action-adventure is the 6th major edition of the Monster Hunter series by Capcom Studios. This series has grown from being an underdog to, well, a top dog. First, it was a hit in Japan, and now it's rocking in the US. The visual treat of gorgeous, flowing animations with jaw-dropping monsters gave me a solid awe moment. It was originally intended to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, but its PC edition is a solid port that has everything good that you'd expect. The fighting system is really precise and in-depth. There are literally hundreds of fundamentally diverse playstyles possible. This edition introduces some additional mechanics that improve the hunting experience. Well, way better than everyone expected. The Palamute, a rideable dog, is one of the most entertaining additions, at least in my opinion. This dog changes the game's traversal, which was previously the single weakest point. Improving on the previous work is the key to keep players coming back for more. This edition is hands down the best one yet.
What's that?
Deducto, released on February 10th, 2022 on PC. This one is a social deduction online multiplayer game developed and published by Red Fox Studios. I ain't flexing, but for the sake of knowledge, Deducto stands for deduction in Latin. One could easily tag it as another Among Us spin-off, but the 3D world and 6 to 10 player limit puts it in a league of its own. You'll find yourself doing some regular office work, and there will be a killer amongst you. By now, you might already have an idea how the rest of the gameplay is going to unfold. The vent system is also there. For God's sake, editor, not Pennywise again. Yeah, this one. It has cams, but the feature I enjoyed is the proximity voice chat. You'll no longer need to f around with Discord or anything. I also liked its task and weapon variety. It's crazy fun. I can probably term it as Among Us on crack, cause it is dope. At Home Alone Final, released on January 1st, 2022 on PC. I really don't know who the developer is because I can't read Chinese, but hey, the game still made it to the list regardless. This one is a psychological horror, which I guess is something new for most of you guys, and if not, then we might share a vibe. Comment down some of the psycho horrors that you have played. Anyways, moving on to the game, here you play a nameless young girl who has been abandoned at home by her mother, who we can see leaving her at the beginning of the tale. We then follow the girl's exploits as she tries to entertain herself in a large empty house while waiting for her mother to return. The game is full of confusing surprises, but just when you dive deep and try to make sense of what's going on, they feel curiously menacing, despite being rather innocuous in their own right. If I talk more, I'll spill a spoiler here, so go and cop it, of course, on your own risk. Gloomhaven, released on October 20th, 2021 on PC. This is an actual board game that has been beautifully adapted into PC game format by Flaming Fowl Studios. The digital edition recreates the full Gloomhaven campaign with a brand new second mode called Guildmaster and online multiplayer option. This exceptional adaptation of the tabletop experience leaves nothing behind. While it is impossible to recreate the pleasure of sitting around a table with your friends or homies, the fact that you can still enjoy most of the elements on a screen with your peeps online is just as amazing. The campaign is a lot of fun to play with friends and much faster than the tabletop version. You can also finish off a dungeon 3 times faster than the boxed version, only if your friends don't take puffs during the online match. If you enjoy this type of tactical play, Gloomhaven's ruggedly narrated adventures are just what you're looking for in the genre. Hope you found a cool game that you'd like to try. Drop your recommendations in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Mr. Ghost, peace out.